Casey for interwebkaiju here. This is the Pop Culture Bento Box by, is it Mill Creek? Yes, Mill Creek Entertainment. It has The Little Prince of the Eight-Headed Dragon, Battle in Outer Space, Mothra, Memories, Astro Boy, Viper's Creed, and Godzilla the Series. 4 episodes each of the last 3. So, Mill Creek sent out all of these without The Little Prince and the Eight-Headed Dragon, but I emailed them and they sent the replacement disc. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because it is Orochi, but in animated form, and apparently this is one of the main inspirations for Samurai Jack, which is also quite cool, even though I have not finished that series. So, this is Little Prince and the Eight-Headed Dragon. The Little Prince and the Eight-Headed Dragon, also known as Prince in Wonderland and Rainbow Bridge, is a 1963 film from Toei Animation. The young prince's mother dies at the beginning of the movie, and he kind of throws a huge fit when his father tells him that he cannot bring her back. I mean, kids and everyone deal with loss differently, but this is our protagonist, and it's very annoying to watch and even more annoying to listen to. Eventually he leaves on a quest to bring her back, which takes him under the ocean, to a crystal castle, to the fire god, the land of the dark, the land of light, and the land of the morning sun. This is a world where animals can communicate with other species, including humans. They're very humanized, walking bipedal at times. They've even adopted some extracurricular activities from humans. The art is very stylistic and would be a main influence for many cartoons and video games. To me it looks fine. The snow and humans look cool, but honestly I don't really like some of the animals. The music is good and feels very much like Godzilla movies. Rightfully so though, as the music was done by series veteran Akira Ifukube. Ifukube often reworks songs for different movies, so it's not surprising that some were reworked to or from The Little Prince and the Eight-Headed Dragon. But within the film, the music sounds great and accompanies the scenes well. The Little Prince is badass, destroying the sea beast in an underwater bout and having great fights throughout. The fire god fight is very cool. He spits fire that turns into swords. But of course the main monster here is Orochi the Eight-Headed Dragon, who I love in his titular movie, and, well, at least he looked cool in the Three Treasures Birth of Japan. But those were live action. How does he look animated? Good. He looks mainly good. The glowing eyes to the silhouettes to him being lit up by lightning, fantastic. Plus, before he shows up, the river turns red. I thought that was cool as an indicator he was coming, but his actual design is a bit too catfish looking for my taste. The fight has some cool stuff. Some heads spit different elements, and the little prince on a flying horse spiraling around them looks quite awesome. And it's nice that the supporting characters help, but the fight goes on far too long. The video has a lot of film grain and some other visual defects that are apparent at times. Far from anything that might ruin the experience though. For some reason the intro and opening credits are in a different aspect ratio than the rest of the film. I mentioned earlier the fit with his dad, but throughout the movie, the little prince's dad, brother, and others tell him that he cannot bring his mom back. I did watch the dub, so maybe this was a mistranslation, but maybe he's so distraught because no one told him she died, but rather that she left, but didn't want to go. I know he's young, but I highly doubt this is the first time he's experienced death in his life, whether human or animal. At one point, the little prince is given something to help him when he's in trouble, and he uses it to get out of unbeatable odds in literally the next scene. Normally, these things happen at the end, way after the protagonist receives the "if you need help or ever in trouble" gift. Here it just seems lazy and is kind of just bad writing in my opinion. Even though I've said plenty of good things about the movie, and even though it's fairly fast-paced as far as going location to location, the movie's rather boring. I think it's mainly because the characters are so bland. There's always so much story progression and new obstacles to overcome that we really don't get much character development. I know it's fairly highly acclaimed, but I wouldn't really recommend The Little Prince and the Eight-Headed Dragon unless the footage sparks your interest. So that was The Little Prince and the Eight-Headed Dragon. If you have any movies, TV shows you would like me to review, leave a comment below, and thanks for watching.
Quiet!